Hey, feels right. Feels right, man.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold, and the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Man, I'm starting to think it's not meant to be for the Las Vegas Raiders this year. I didn't have them going to the Super Bowl or anything, but my goodness, edge rusher Malcolm Kuntz went on injury reserve 3 days before the season opener. Iron Man edge rusher Max Crosby missed the game for the first time in his career, and interior defensive lineman Christian Wilkins just went on injury reserve. What was supposed to be a great defense this year after last year's strong finish is now struggling to find enough healthy bodies. That means the offense has to do more for the Raiders to have any kind of season. It also means Gardner Minshew can't start at quarterback. Thank goodness he isn't anymore, and second-year man Aidan O'Connell is going to get the call. The Raiders are 2-3, so they're not out of anything. It's not too late to save the season if O'Connell's up to it like he was last year. Hopefully left tackle Colt Miller continues to improve after a slow start due to off-season shoulder surgery, and right tackle Darren Munford gets back soon to improve the offensive line. However, not everything but a lot more than a quarterback has to change on that Raider offense. Of course, we start with the welcome change at quarterback. Of course, Minshew didn't get it done, but I'm not going to completely crap on him. He did some good things. He used his legs and scrambled for first downs when he had to. He gave his receivers chances to make plays like he does with Brock Bowers here. Here's a dime to Jacoby Myers. And here he slings a sidearm to running back Alexander Madison. But unfortunately his inaccuracy caught up to him and he missed opportunities like this. And it caused him to make horrendous plays like this. Now look at this, Bowers is wide open right in front of him. All he has to do is get it to him. But nope, he sails it. Instead of touchdown Raiders, it's touchdown Broncos. And neither Minshew nor the Raiders were the same after that. I don't think Minshew even wants to start now, he's so dejected. The biggest problem is he can't function from the pocket to save his life. Alright, he had to move around a little bit, and there's a guy wide open right in front of him right now, but his eyes are on the rush instead of down the field, so he doesn't see him, so he takes off. Now this happens to work out for him running for a first down, but he's missed a lot of open targets with his eyes on the rush instead of downfield. Now this is horrible here. Why would you throw a jump ball to a speedster that's only 5'9"? Well, now it's time to see O'Connell, and in the beginning he wasn't much better. That's a deflected interception, but an interception nonetheless. He escapes the pocket here, but he did go in cold. He's still working out the kinks, and he just misses here. Then he starts building his confidence, completing little short passes. He throws a nice little quick out here. Then this bullet over the middle to Myers. And another bullet to Tucker. To me, this is an underrated play. He avoided the sack and the safety. Now let's look at what he does that Minshew doesn't do. He keeps his eyes down the field when he's avoiding the rush, so he can make throws like this. Too bad the receiver couldn't get his feet down on this one. Watch this one though. Myers gets his feet down. What a catch. Here he moves a little bit and checks it down to running back Amir Abdullah. O'Connell looks to be much improved in this area. One thing that doesn't need to change from Sunday is Bowers needs to remain the #1 receiver. Give him little dinks and dunks to get the ball in his hands. He can do a little something with those dinks and dunks too. Here he splits the defenders for a little something after the catch. Here's another little one over the middle. As you can see, he's a volume guy. Now here's another little one out in the flats. I mean, Devontae Adams, are you staying or going? If he's going, this is our #1 receiver right here. My bad, I marked the wrong guy. He's coming in motion. And he's going to be good for another one here. Oh, and he also has that big play ability. He was going to get one down the field a little bit. And he's going to moss him, and he's going to go with it after the catch. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands. He could have had more touchdowns than that if not for Minshew's inaccuracy. Here he takes this one down the field from the fullback position, and if Minshew throws accurately, it could be a touchdown. Not guaranteed, but could have been. And yeah, it's that play again. Look how wide open Bowers is. Man, come on. Even Minshew knew he was sorry after that throw. And the biggest sign that Bowers is the #1 receiver with Adams gone is who the Broncos put on him. Patrick Surtain Jr. And of course that one didn't work out for the Raiders. And of course the next man down on the totem pole should be Myers. And we definitely need to see more Trey Tucker down the field, not on little quick outs and slants. Here he's going to get a step on his man, and Minshew's going to underthrow it. And he's going to do the same thing here, throwing the jump ball to a guy that's 5'9". And I'm curious to see what slot receiver DJ Turner could do with more targets. And of course there's the running game. It's broken in more ways than one. Miller should be comboing off onto the linebacker. There's no fullback or guard pulling, so it's definitely zone. The design is jacked up too because nobody's blocking the middle linebacker. They probably shouldn't run that play without the second tight end in there. This play was doomed from the snap and it went nowhere. I was curious to see Madison get more carries, but now I see he's no better than Zamir White. That's a big hole the offensive line sealed, but the receivers are going to make their blocks. It's right in front of him. He's got to see that, right? Well, I guess he didn't see it because he has other ideas. And those other ideas, well, they didn't get him anywhere. Many of you said Madison should start over White because he has no vision. I don't think so. Every running back misses holes. Nothing's going to change until the offensive line starts getting guys blocked anyway. With the exception of the Cleveland Browns game, it's been tough sledding for that Raider running game. Here they go double teaming while the linebacker comes free again. The Raiders don't have Barry Sanders to make the first guy miss, so they need to change something in that blocking scheme. Or are you saying Abdullah's that guy? He did have a nice little touchdown run. He broke one for 40 yards too. You guys can argue amongst yourselves about who should start at running back, but nothing's going to change until the offensive line gets guys blocked consistently. Man, what's going on, y'all? Now head coach Antonio Pierce is saying that he and Adams had a good conversation, he's in a good headspace, and he's still a Raider. What does that even mean? Does it mean he no longer wants to get traded? I underestimated how much he likes that O'Connell kid if that's the case. I don't know what to think. If he stays, he obviously remains the number 1 receiver and Bowers is number 2. If not, Bowers goes to number 1 with Myers, Tucker, and Turner to round things out. Offensive coordinator Luke Getsy needs to do something about the design of his running game though. The most important change has already been made though. I just hope it's not too late. Thank you for watching. See you next time.